Hi everybody, my name is Lebu and welcome back to another insert. So this video might be a bit long, so I suggest you sit back, relax, get something to eat, something to drink, and enjoy the video because it's definitely going to be worth it. So before I actually get into the actual video, I do want to announce that I will be doing a giveaway just because I'm feeling generous and also because I reached 1K subscribers quite a while back and I was supposed to do a giveaway for that, so I thought why not just do it now. So that's what I'm doing. So basically what will be in this giveaway, so the things that are up in the giveaway basically, it will be newborn nappies and 1 month nappies, both from the Huggies brand, and this is not sponsored, okay? This is from my own pockets. So it's nappies, Huggies, and then Huggies wipes, bum cream, a newborn romper and a 1 to 3 month romper, both brand new, a snuggle pillow, cotton wool, surgical spirits, breast pads, maternity hospital panties, Savlon, and a nappy changing pouch. So those are the things that will be in the giveaway. So all you have to do if you want to enter the giveaway is be subscribed to my channel and to like this video as well. So this video, you need to like it. You need to follow me on my Instagram. I'll put my handle on the screen and it will be in the description box. And then you need to answer these questions that will be underneath my giveaway post, or basically, yeah, the giveaway post. So you guys will see the giveaway post and then you'll have to answer these questions under that post. And the answers to the questions you will find within this video. So this video, you need to watch it until the end so that you can be able to answer these questions. And the questions are: how many weeks pregnant was I when I gave birth? How long did it take me to recover? And basically your favorite part of the pregnancy series, the entire series, guys, not your favorite part of this episode, or like your favorite part of the series. So from the first episode, from the second episode, or the third, which part was your favorite? Like, which specific part was your favorite? And not like, don't say my favorite part was the baby shower video. No, you need to be specific, like what in the baby shower video, so that I can see that you actually watched my content. Okay, so yeah, and then you need to tag a friend underneath the giveaway post on my Instagram. So you need to tag a friend under that post and they should also be subscribed to my channel, and that's it. So I will be announcing the winner on my Instagram, so you need to follow me on Instagram, guys, in a week's time. So like a week from when you see this video, just know that a week later I will be announcing the winner, and anybody can enter this giveaway, guys. So there will be one winner. And if I don't follow you on Instagram, guys, can you please leave your handle under the comment section in this video, and then I will follow you, okay? Because my account is private and there's just so many requests that I have. But if I don't follow you, then please just let me know and I will do the things so that you can enter my giveaway if you would like to enter my giveaway. So anybody can enter the giveaway, guys. It's not exclusive to mommies. It's not exclusive to females. Like literally anybody can enter. So all the best. So without further ado, let us get into this video. Just wanted to show you guys my stomach before I give birth. I'm really gonna miss being pregnant, like for real. It's a bittersweet moment, but it has to be done. So I can meet my baby, my best friend. Oh my gosh, like there's literally a few hours left. And to think that she doesn't even know what's about to happen. But we're really excited to meet her. I really can't wait to meet you, my baby. And mommy loves you so much. And you're gonna be loved a lot by everyone and spoiled by your grandparents and your aunties and uncles. And we are gonna take care of you for the rest of our lives, and we're gonna do our best to raise you into a strong, independent, and smart and confident person. We love you, you know, we really do. And we can't wait to meet you. I do apologize in advance for any background noise. It is, okay, it's not peak hour, but there are cars and they could make a noise. So I just want to apologize for that in advance. Also, I will be, like, I'm not going to look like this in the clips that I'm going to be playing. I just want you guys to know that I will not be looking like this. I will be my realistic self, you know, like the most realistic version of myself, because I really wanted to be as authentic as possible, you know. Like, I'm not even gonna lie and say everything was roses and rainbows. Guys, I was going through the most, and I want you guys to see that I was going through the most. Like, I want you guys to see that I looked the way that I felt. Okay, so just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, where do I even begin? Like, I don't even know where to start. But basically, I have a phobia of hospitals. Nah, I don't like hospitals. They freak me out. Every time I would go to the gynecologist, I would freak out because it was in a hospital, basically, where my gynae was. So I started looking for alternative places to give birth, and I found this clinic. Like, I don't know if it's a clinic, a birthing center, or whatever it's called. I found one and I really, really, really liked it. We did a whole tour, you know. Nice.
I think supper is 7. Almost 4.
And that's included in the 30,000.
Yeah.
Supper 4 o'clock.
That's why you must bring
4 p.m. Yeah.
4.
It's really nice.
So you can bring your laptop, so just go.
And I fell in love with it, you know. It was very homey, and I was like, okay, I could actually give birth here, you know. Like, the chances of me giving birth there were quite high. The only problem is that I went there when I was already, like, it was too late in my pregnancy. I was like 35 weeks pregnant at the time I went there. So it was too late, because you need to have your own gynae, you know. You need to have a number of appointments with the gynae before you can actually consider that birthing center or the clinic as an option, right? So we had to like do all that admin, you know. And I just sat and I thought about it, and I'm like, is it really worth it, you know? Because I really have a gynae at the hospital. So now looking for someone else, you know, and then going through all of this and then still having to pay for all of that, it was just a lot. Like, it was too much admin. So I was just like, you know, I'd scrap that idea. Let's just go with the hospital idea. Also, I was like at this point, I was like over my pregnancy. I was literally doing each and every single thing that I could do, anything that I could think of under the sun to induce my labor, you know. I'm 38, 37
37 and a half.
weeks pregnant, and I'm trying to induce my labor. I want this baby to come. Like, I'm so tired.
What's that twig?
Twerking with what?
On top of a ball.
So I saw these things on the internet to help baby come, because like the baby's literally sitting here when they're supposed to be down there. And like, in as much as I was afraid of giving birth, you know, like I was terrified of the pain, I was terrified of the unexpected, you know, I was terrified of being hospitalized. Like, there was just a lot that I was scared of, but I wanted the baby out. I was just like, you know what, it's time for you to get out, I'm tired. Like, not even, I wasn't actually really tired, you know, I was just kind of over the pregnancy. I was like, no, I want to meet you, I'm anxious to meet you, like, can you just come out, you know? So I was literally doing everything that I possibly could to induce my labor, but still didn't work. So like, everything was fine in my pregnancy and all of that. And then I went for my checkup when I was like 38 weeks pregnant, yeah. And that day was the day that basically everything changed, because I woke up and went to the gynae, you know, like it was any other appointment, but this one was completely different because I was diagnosed with this. So basically what that is me not having enough amniotic fluid. So I did not have enough amniotic fluid, and basically that meant that my baby would not have been able to survive through contractions. So natural birth was not an option for me, basically, at this point. And mind you, you know, like on this day I was kind of like going through the most because it was nearing my due date, obviously. So I'm anxious, like every single day I would be more anxious, you know, like the anxiety would just keep increasing and increasing as each day went by. My baby would kick me a lot, which kind of made me also think like, oh my gosh, is she like ready to come out, you know, is she trying to come out, like what's going on? So that resulted in me not sleeping. Like, I literally did not sleep the day before my appointment at the gynae. It was just a lot. Like, it was a lot. I was going through a lot. I could not sleep. When I'd sleep, you know, like it would only be for like a few hours, for like a few minutes, you know. So it was a lot. Like, I was essentially going through a lot in terms of my anxiety, but in terms of like the pregnancy, like everything was fine until the day that I went to the gynae for my 38-week checkup. In this video, I will be mentioning my doctor, and I just want you guys to know that when I say my doctor, I'm referring to my gynecologist. Okay, so I just wanted to clear that. Currently in the maternity ward, they're taking my heartbeat and stuff. Here's the machine. Well, the baby's heartbeat, because there's literally no fluid in my stomach. Like, it's literally just baby, this much fluid, and like placenta, and even that's not normal. So we're taking tests to see if they're gonna need to induce me. But yeah, I'm just praying to God right now. I just have faith in the Lord. So I'm hoping for the best, but my baby's definitely coming this week. So yeah. Baby's heartbeat. guys can see, but it's printing out results. So it is now past 3 p.m. I'm still at the hospital. The doctor finally saw me and she's kind of happy like with the baby's heartbeat. But then they're gonna admit me tomorrow and I'm definitely having a C-section because the baby will not be able to survive through the contractions because of the fluid and my placenta. So yeah, today's Wednesday. I'm gonna be admitted tomorrow, and then they said like Friday morning we're doing the C-section. So yeah, they had to do the monitoring again because the baby was a bit tired because I was hungry. So yeah, this is a lot, but I'm just thankful that she's still alive. So basically, I went to my checkup on a Wednesday, right? And then my gynae told me that I can go home on the Wednesday, right? And then come back on Thursday because she's going to admit me. And then on Friday, they were supposed to do the procedure, right? So I went home, like I go home, and I'm thinking, you know, like everything was okay, like my bag's already packed and everything, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna spend this night at home, pray, you know, do whatever I need to do to prepare for my birth, and then I will be back at this hospital on Thursday. But that was not what God wanted. Like, that is not what happened, and this is what happened. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying not to panic, but this is literally like the same day that I left the hospital, and like my baby's moving a lot and there's a bit of pain. So I think I'm gonna go to the hospital like now. It is 2:30 a.m. on. I've been admitted. So the pain that I was feeling was because I have an infection, and in the morning the doctor may have to give me antibiotics for that. They're monitoring the baby's heartbeat right now, but she has like calmed down, so she isn't moving as much as she was. So yeah, I'm gonna try sleep because I haven't slept in so long. So update, they're gonna put me on a drip because it seems as though my baby is a bit tired or sleepy. So yeah, they're not really happy with how she's responding right now. So they're gonna put me on a drip, and hopefully that will wake her up or give her more energy. And they're also gonna call my doctor to find out what they should do. So it's going to 4 a.m. They took me off the monitor thing and I'm gonna try sleep. This drip is really painful, like it's really hurting me, and I'm gonna be on it for a while. So I'm gonna try sleep. We're also waiting for the person who takes COVID tests or swabs to come through. So my partner is waiting with me so that we can get the swabs done. But yeah, I'm really gonna try sleep. Like, I'm functioning on 4 hours of sleep right now. As we all know, we are currently facing a pandemic. We are within a pandemic. You know, life isn't the normal life that we were used to before 2019 or before 2020. You know, like, life is just not what it used to be. So obviously now you have to test for COVID, you know, especially being hospitalized when there's going to be procedures done and when you're going to be exposed to other people and babies and all of that. You obviously need to know what your COVID status is. Nah. So we had to test for COVID. And I was terrified because it was my first time ever testing for COVID, because thank God I didn't need to test before this whole experience. So I was really nervous. I was really scared, you know, but I handled it like a champ. It was really uncomfortable, like extremely uncomfortable. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, you know, but all I know is they tested me, you know, like he did the swab and all of that. I was teary-eyed and I sneezed afterwards, and then, you know, that sinus thing that people do, that thing, that's what I did. That's what I did. So yeah, but I feel like my partner and I both handled it like a champ. And also another reason why both of us had to test was because if I wanted him in the OR, which is the operating room, if I wanted him in there, then he was also going to have to test, obviously. So he did test, and thank God both of our results were negative, which meant that we could both be there to witness the arrival of our little baby.
Would allow you to take a video. I mean, I'm letting it, so don't say, hey, but that guy led me to do that. No? Just say,
thank you.
Just putting out there.
You're so sweet.
Lie down, okay? When you lie down, it's better. Then try to tilt your head to the back as much as possible. There we go. Okay, let's just do this. There we go. Swallow.
Oh my God.
Welcome to 2021. See how.
How is it? The taste? Wow. You do know what's going on my channel, right? So it's 1 in the afternoon. I've been here for 12 hours. I forgot to give you guys a room tour, so that's my bed, a little chair for my visitors, and then that's the baby's bed, I guess, and my bags, and then here is the bathroom. So, yeah.
Vision of you and I see you all around my way. Been meaning to say hi, but I'm just way too shy. I gotta make you see this is.
Okay, so fast track to Thursday. Yeah. So on Thursday, I couldn't eat from a specific time. And guys, like I've said before, I've never been in hospital. So I've never had any surgery, any procedure done on me. So I was not aware of the fact that you cannot eat for a certain amount of hours before like a medical procedure like this, you know. So I was a bit alarmed. I was a bit puzzled, you know, and obviously because I'm already going through the most in terms of me being anxious, you know, me not knowing what to expect. Now it's like there's another thing that's going to be constantly on my mind is, will I be able to not eat for all those hours? Like, will I be fine? Will my baby be fine? Like, will I not want to eat? What happens when I get hungry? You know, like there were just so many things going on in my head at the same time, you know. But so yeah, my procedure was going to be in the morning, so I think it was from midnight. I could not eat anything, so my last meal would have to be at like 11:30 or like 11:45, and then I was gonna have to go like a full 8-9 hours without eating. And I was just like, can I do this, you know? But I did, and luckily I was able to drink water just before like the whole procedure, so that kind of filled me up a bit. But yeah, you know, like it wasn't actually as bad as I thought it would be, and I thank God for that. The Friday of my operation, the morning of my operation. So at this point I could not even feel that I had not eaten, you know. I was just excited to meet my baby. They did, however, put that catheter, or however you say that word, yeah, they put that thing in me. They stick it up down there, your lady part, so that you'll be able to pee in a bag, basically. That's what it is. And guys, that was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable, like, oh my God, like I don't know how to explain it, man, but it's so uncomfortable. So they started off by putting that in me, and then luckily my partner was there at that time, so he held my hand through it all, you know, like he was so supportive. But yeah, like that's what they did. I also did not expect that, but yeah, they did it, and it was okay. It was uncomfortable, but it was okay. Like my mind wasn't there anymore. So this part doesn't actually have footage because my man didn't take footage. I don't know why, but yeah.
More than just a silly cry.
My doctor finally came through, and then they wheeled me to the OR. And basically when I got there, like I was really nervous about the needles, I'm not gonna lie. But when I got there, you know, like my doctor was so supportive. She held my hand. My man couldn't be there because he had to dress in the scrubs, like, so he had to go do that while they were like injecting me and all of that. So my doctor was there. She held my hand through it all. She was supportive, encouraging, you know, telling me you'll be okay, you got this. And then they did the first injection. I think it was 2 injections, I'm not sure, but they did the first one, and I was like, oh, is that it? You know, like I hardly even felt it. Like I didn't feel anything. Like he even said you're going to feel a pinch, and then I didn't feel anything. I was like, oh, okay, is that it? And then I think they did the second one. I'm not really sure, guys, because all of this was happening behind me. And then he did another one, you know, and then my doctor looked at me and she's like, oh, you're done. And I'm like, oh, really? Is that it? You know? So like the injections were, I didn't even feel a thing. Like I did not feel a thing. And then I started to feel the effects of the injection, and boy, oh boy, was I in heaven. Like guys, that feeling, oh my gosh, it's like you just, you know, like you're just letting go. Like your body's just like, ooh, like I couldn't feel my legs. Like I felt high, you know, like, oh guys, like I was like on cloud 9, and that was probably like the best part. Like that feeling, like, yo, that feeling, guys, you know. And then my partner came through, and he was like right beside me, and then they put like that curtain thing. Like there were so many nurses, doctors, like, there was a lot happening. Like, there was a lot happening. There was another nurse, like, above me because I was laying down, and she was, like, rubbing my hair and telling me, you're going to be okay. I've also done this, like, everything will be fine, and then at this point, they're cutting me, and all I can feel is just them pushing, like, just pushing me, like, pushing. And, like, it literally took, like, 2 minutes. It was so quick. But I'm just feeling, like, pushing, and the doctor's like, okay, you got the head, you got that, like, you can, like, they're speaking, whatever. And then I heard my baby cry, and I literally cannot explain that feeling. Like, guys, it is the most beautiful thing ever. Knowing that, oh my gosh, you're here, you're alive, you are healthy, you are crying. Like, I cried. Like, I literally cried. I cried when I heard her cry, and then everyone started singing happy birthday, and my partner was there when they were like, I don't know if they told him to see whether it was a girl, so he had to identify whether she was, and then they weighed her, and then I don't know what was happening, and then they gave me my baby, and I held my baby. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel like a connection or like anything deep, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to feel, but I didn't feel anything. Like, all I felt was, okay, I'm holding my baby, and that's it, like, I didn't feel anything significant at that time. The only thing I felt was the emotions I felt when I heard her cry. And after that, I don't know what happened. I think, like, guys, I went blank for a bit after that, because I was just like, yes, my baby's fine. She's healthy, she's alive, and that is all that matters. That's, like, the most important thing to me right now. So they wheel me back to my room. I don't know if I went into a different room or the same room that I was in, but I was in a room. And then afterwards, guys, like, I was shaking. Like, I don't know if it was because the anesthesia or anesthetic or whatever it's called, I don't know if the injections were, like, wearing off, so now my body's, like, going through things. But I was literally shaking. Like, it was the coldest day on earth. Like, I was in a freezer. Like, I was shaking. And then what happened? I don't, like, what happened? And then I remember calling the family and then telling them about her arrival. I also remember the nurses coming and being all intrusive, invasive, and just, like, doing the most to me. Like, I don't know what they were doing. Like, yay, there was a lot happening. But at the end of the day, I was just happy that I have my baby with me in my arms, and yeah. And also, it was very easy for her to latch on to my boob, even though at that point I don't think I really had, like, milk per se, but it was very easy for her to latch on, and she felt comfortable. She looked comfortable, she wasn't in distress, she wasn't crying or anything like that. And yeah, like, it was an experience and a half. Like, it was not what I expected it to be, but yeah, like, I'm really glad that God chose this path for me instead of natural birth, and that, at the end of it all, my baby was still healthy. Like, it's not like I have anything against natural birth. Like, if that was the route God wanted me to take, I would have also been okay with that, but I'm just happy that he strengthened me enough to be able to get through this procedure, even though I had not, like, fully prepared myself for it. But he was there for me, and I thank him for being there, and for carrying me through the whole procedure. And I'm thankful for my baby's life at the end of the day. You know, that is all that matters. My baby's life, my baby's health. That's the thing that matters to me the most. So yeah, that's basically how it happened. That's the parts that I can remember, because like I said, I was heavily drugged, so there's only so much I remember. But you know, like it was a good feeling. It was good, you know. I definitely do it again. So there's that. I look so tired. So they gave me an injection to make me sleep, or sleepy, drowsy. But yeah, and then they also cleaned me up, which was a bit invasive, but I guess it had to be done because I am bleeding. So the nurses had to clean me because I'm still scarred, well, stitched up, and the pain. But I think they gave me something for the pain, so it has subsided. But yeah. This has been so interesting when I think like how many people have gone through this. Like, it's so invasive, you know, like there's just people doing things to your body, and it's a lot, especially like if you don't know what's gonna happen. There's that peeing thing inside me, and I'm wearing pads. Like, yo, it's a lot. Even speaking right now is a mission and a half. But there's my little baby sleeping so peacefully. Okay, so in terms of my recovery, so I'm just gonna skip right to 24 hours after giving birth. So this was the day I took my first bath, and I didn't actually go into the shower. I just took a Jesus bath. So that's what I did. So one of the nurses came, and she was really, I didn't like that nurse's energy. Like, she was just mean, you know. She was like short-tempered, you know. Ofela batho pelo ka speed, you know. Like, she was just that type of person. So she comes to me, she tells me, go to the bathroom, do the Jesus bath. Like, she literally explains to me like I'm an infant how to bath, like literally detailed. But she was like, yes, like bath whatever you need to, and then when you get there, don't touch there, because I had a bandage and then I had a drip also. So she was like, you'll have to take your dress off a certain way so that you don't remove the drip and all of that. But you know, like, yeah, she explained to the best of her ability, and I tried to the best of my ability. Mind you, like, I'm still in pain at this point, because like it's 24 hours after having a medical procedure done on me, like a surgery, you know. So yeah, I was able to do that, and I'm not gonna lie, like, it hurt a bit, you know. Like, I felt like, you know, there was a point where like I was trying to like take off my clothes, and I felt like a burning sensation. Like, it felt like there was an iron put on my stomach. Like, that's how bad it was. But then I felt it, you know. I breathed through it, and then it went away, and then I was able to clean myself up and all of that. But it was a bit difficult, I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't impossible, and it was done. And then I was an emotional wreck, guys. Like, I would cry over anything, like literally anything. So the way that nurse was treating me, it made me really emotional, and I cried to a point where my partner came and he told one of the other nurses, like the senior ones, what was happening. And she literally came to me and she was asking me what's wrong, you know, like blah blah blah, and telling me she apologizes for that nurse's behavior, you know, and all of that. Guys, like, I was just going through the most. I don't know what was happening with my hormones. It's like they were just all coming all at once because I was an emotional wreck. But I was emotional. Also, what else? Oh yeah, my milk thing really affected me. So that also made me cry, you know. Like, I really did not want to give my baby formula at all, but because I didn't have enough milk, I ended up giving her formula at the hospital, and I feel like she had a reaction to the formula because she had like this rash on her eyes, and that rash also made me emotional because it's like, oh my gosh, my baby's in pain, you know. Like, my baby, like, her eyes were literally swollen. Like, it looked like she was going through the most, therefore I was going through the most because my baby was going through the most. I was also going through a lot because I'm like, is my baby hungry because I can't feed her? Also, I wanted to breastfeed. Like, anyone who knows me knows that breastfeeding is my thing. Like, I'm breastfeeding or there's nothing at all. So I was so determined to breastfeed, and then when the baby comes and it's time for her to eat, I'm not making milk. Like, that made me feel some type of way. It really did, and it made me emotional. So I was really an emotional wreck for like a good 2-3 days after giving birth. Like, it was hectic. It was really hectic. On our last night at the hospital, it was so difficult to sleep. We did not sleep because I think it was because my baby was hungry and I was also emotional, so she was feeding off my energy, so she couldn't really sleep. She couldn't really, like, she was just restless, you know. She was restless, she was difficult, you know, like, she was just going through the most, and I was going through the most. I literally wanted to throw my baby against the wall that day because I was just like, you know what, I can't function. Like, if you're not sleeping, like, I'm gonna be grumpy and then I won't be able to take care of you. So I wasn't sleeping because she wasn't sleeping, and she probably wasn't sleeping because she was hungry. And also her eyes, she had rash, so that was probably also affecting her. So literally the day before we left, we did not sleep at all. And we stayed at the hospital for like 4 days. So we got there on a Thursday and we left on Thursday morning. Thursday morning, and then I left on Sunday. And my plan was to leave Sunday during lunchtime so that my partner could be able to help me, because not during lunchtime, during visiting hours, so that he could be able to help me with my stuff, because they don't allow visitors from a certain time, right? So that was the plan, but I left in the morning because one of the nurses really irritated me. Like, she irritated me to a point where I was like, you know what, I can't do this. I cried. I was literally crying on my way home, on my way out of the hospital, on my way home. Like, it was really that bad. But I think I was also homesick, I don't know, and wanted to be in an environment that I was familiar with. So once I got home, everything seemed to be better, but was it really?
Don't got girl. Don't got girl. Next time I see you, I'm gonna walk right up to you and say what's on my mind. I gotta make you see this is
I'm so emotional right now because I can't make milk. And like my baby's hungry. And I was really set on this thing that I'm not gonna give her the bottle. She's only gonna drink breast milk. But now, like, I'm not making enough. And I don't want to starve my child. I'm so sad.
I literally did not sleep last night. Yo, my baby was fasting all night. So the issue is I'm not making enough milk. And she was hungry, you know. So like I couldn't supply. And she was demanding and I couldn't supply. And then that resulted in her being gassy. So now she's hungry and gassy. And at the same time, she also wanted to do the number 2, but she couldn't because she didn't have food in her body. Yo, guys, it is past 8 a.m. now. She literally slept 30 minutes ago. We have been up all night. I feel like I'm going crazy, especially because like I'm by myself. But thank the Lord that I'm going home today because I wasn't going to be able to do another day of this, actually. Yeah. Firstly, I'm going to be looking so crusty in most of my update videos because I want to be as realistic as possible. So today is 3 days postpartum. We're at home, like I did mention. And I finally got my milk in. I've also been drinking tea and stuff to like help me get more milk, and now I officially have more milk in so I can breastfeed. So excited about that. But also like my nipples are cracking and boy is it painful. It's also painful breastfeeding, like in general, like it's sore, you know, when that baby's sucking you, like it's really painful. Also when the boobs like clog up and get really heavy, it's painful. Kind of like breaking those glands, you know, it's really painful. Also in terms of my scar, it's healing. Well, I haven't seen it. I have not seen it, I'm not gonna lie, but it feels as though it is healing. So last night I took the rectum things that I had to take for the bowel movements, and did I not get like 5 huge clots come out of my lady part, and so much blood, you know. But then that also made a difference to the size of my stomach. So I will show you guys that as well. But yeah, man, I do put these rectum things in me twice a day for inflammation and pain. And I actually don't need pain medication. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't. But I'm taking it because they said I should take it, you know. So I'm just gonna listen and take it, even though I don't feel as though like I necessarily need it, you know, because I did go like a day without pain medication and I felt completely okay. Walking, I'm doing a lot of that. I go downstairs and upstairs a couple of times in a day. And yeah, man, like pregnancy is a lot so far. Baby kind of has like I'm not gonna say like a sleeping schedule, but then, you know, like she will sleep. I know she'll sleep for at least 3 hours after I feed her, which is good, you know, because then I can also rest a bit or do whatever I need to do. But yeah, man, like, other than that, it's okay, you know, like, it's fine. We're getting there day by day. Also, like, my boobs leak, hey, like, there's just so much milk that's coming out, and I'm so happy that I'm finally producing enough milk to feed my baby. But yeah, let me show you guys my stomach. So the last time I showed you guys was when I was at the hospital, and now that is what it looks like. It's like a little pooch, like, it's so tiny, but I don't know if it looks tiny, but it is. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So I was going through the most. Also, when you're at the hospital, they just give you things and you just take them. You don't ask questions. They give you tablets. They give you things to insert in areas, like, it's just a lot. So they actually did give me the rectum thing when I was still at the hospital, and that lady was basically like, take this, put it up there, and that's it. And I didn't ask questions, you know, like, also I think I was over it. I was over being there, so I just took it. So I actually started taking the rectum things and the pain medication from literally, yeah, from 24 hours after being at the hospital. And this is just basically what the rectum thing looks like this, and I'll show you guys how big it is so you guys can see how big this thing was. It's like this big, like that big, and that's, you have to stick that up your rectum twice a day. And then I was also taking, obviously, painkillers, but to be honest, I didn't really need the painkillers. I did not need to take the painkillers because I wasn't in that much pain, to be honest. Like, it wasn't that painful, so I did not really need the pain medication, but I still took the medication because that's what the doctors told me to do, and I wanted to recover as quick as possible, so I did what I was told. So it is 13 days postpartum, so it's almost 2 weeks since I've given birth, and we literally come from the hospital for the baby's 2-week checkup. She got a TB vaccination, so yeah, my baby did really well. She didn't cry when she got the vaccination. She just cried when we took her clothes off, but other than that, I'm happy she didn't cry. She's growing really well. She's 3.6 kilograms now. She eats a lot, guys, like a lot. So as you guys know, it is winter right now, and because I had a C-section, like, yesterday was a really cold day, and I kind of felt pain by my scar where the C-section is, and yeah, I know, like, it was hectic. On top of that, so I was making a lot of milk, right? So I went from not making enough milk to making tons of milk, and then yesterday I just had a dry spell and I had to give my baby formula, which really broke my heart. But I feel like now I'm like gradually making enough milk because I was able to fill up a bottle and half of another bottle. So yeah, also in terms of like the painkillers, I don't really take painkillers anymore. When I went to the doctor, so she could check my scar, she said that I should stop taking the still pain, which are the pain medications, or which is the pain medication, because I was constipated and it causes constipation. So she just said that I should take the rectum stuff for inflammation and pain, so that it could actually increase my bowel movement, which it did. And yeah, in terms of recovery, I'm recovering really well. I can't really complain about anything. It's just this milk thing has been affecting me. My baby also has colic, so it has kind of been difficult to sleep properly at night. But then yesterday her umbilical cord finally fell off. After so long. Oh my gosh, I thought it was gonna fall off like within like the first week, but then she was like, nah, you know. So yeah, but other than that, like so far I don't really have complaints. It's literally just sleep that I'm lacking, you know. And I do have someone who helps me with the baby, but like she also works during the day, so I don't wanna like stress her with the baby at night, you know. So I'm just like, listen, I'll take care of the baby at night as much as I can. But yeah, like hopefully her sleep gets like in order, because I can't. It's a lot. Like it is a lot, guys. Raising a newborn is a lot. Like yo, it is. People don't tell you this part about raising a child, you know. Like my baby is fussy. When she's hungry, she's hungry. Like she means business. She wants to eat within 5 seconds. If you don't give her food within 5 seconds, she's gonna be so grumpy. Also, like when we change her nappy, she gets grumpy. Sometimes when we bath her, she's grumpy. Like it's a lot like dealing with a baby who is fussy, and then you have lack of sleep, you know. Like it's too much. But other than that, she's growing really well, and I'm happy that I have a healthy baby. And yeah, I also just want to say postpartum depression is a real thing. And before, you know, like I'd watch videos of mommies and them talking about how they fell into depression, you know, and being in a dark place and all of that. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I did not understand it, you know. Like I would low-key judge them on some, but you are supposed to be happy because now you have a baby, you know, and your baby's healthy, you know, and that should be making you happy that you have a child, you know. But it really isn't that simple. I was like that close to falling into depression. Like I was literally so close to falling into depression. And for me, I think it was because it was just so overwhelming, you know. And like the milk supply thing, I wasn't making enough milk, so feeding my baby formula wasn't really an option. But looking towards that direction also really broke my heart. My baby wouldn't sleep. It took so long for her umbilical cord to fall off, so that resulted in her getting colic, and she couldn't really sleep on her tummy because the umbilical cord, and she hadn't healed. And it was winter, guys. It was winter, so it took, like, everything took way longer, I think, in my opinion. So it was that sleepless nights. She wouldn't sleep. She would not sleep, and because she wasn't sleeping, I couldn't sleep. Also, my back was extremely painful, like the first week and a half, my back was extremely sore from breastfeeding. So that really irritated me. My nipples were cracked. That really irritated me. And like there was just a lot happening to my body, you know. Come on, I have to stick these things up my rectum, you know. I'm not peeing properly. I'm not, like, bowel movement isn't happening. When I pee, it's sore. Like, guys, there was just a lot happening, you know. And I think for me, like, the lack of sleep is the thing that really got to me, you know. And also, I didn't trust her reflexes, you know. Like when she would sneeze, like I wouldn't trust that she'd be able to handle that. When she'd cough, I wouldn't trust she'd be able to handle it. When she had hiccups, you know, like every little thing that happened to her, like I would panic, like, oh my gosh, is she strong enough to handle this, you know. But like it was a lot, but I'm so happy I didn't fall into depression. But I now understand how it's so easy to fall into postpartum depression. Like, it's literally like this snap of a finger and you're depressed. Like, I felt myself sinking into like this dark place, you know, because like I think like like when she'd cry, I'd wanna like throw her against something, you know, or like sometimes I'd literally just ignore her because I was just like, rah, like it's too much. It's too much. Now when you bath her, she cries. When you change her nappy, she cries. Like, when are you not crying, you know? Like, that was my thing. But now she's a big girl, you know, and like I'm just happy that my baby's growing. And I honestly feel like your love makes the baby grow, you know, and your baby will become so much more easier when they feel that this person loves me and this person cares about me. So love on your babies as much as you can, and yeah, you'll see them grow really well. Okay, so I know I look a little, I'm not gonna say crusty, but yeah. It is 4 weeks postpartum. I know I said I was gonna post you guys 3 weeks postpartum, but there was not really much to update you guys on. So today is Saturday. On Thursday I went to my gynae just for my checkup, and thank God that was my last checkup, because she said that everything is okay. I've fully healed, and usually it takes like 6 weeks to like heal properly and all of that. And she was actually shocked when she saw me. She was like, oh my gosh, you've healed so quickly. My scar has healed completely. My womb is like moving back to where it needs to be, like it's almost there. So yeah, like basically everything is, I guess I'm like 95% healed, because she was like, I can start to fasa if I want to, which is just basically like me wearing like waist trainers or like a towel around my belly to sort of like kill the fat or break the fat or whatever. So she said I can start doing that, I can start exercising also, but nothing too hectic. And yeah, in terms of baby's growing, baby's still a bit colicky, but other than that, she's a big girl. She's really getting chubby. She eats a lot. My boobs have also fully healed, although sometimes it will be very like painful to breastfeed, because it feels like she's sort of like she pulls too much, you know, where it almost feels like she's biting me, but I know she can't bite me with her gums. But that's just what I feel like. And also, like, breastfeeding, guys, breastfeeding is something on its own, hey, because like I don't know if this happens to other mummies, but like when I breastfeed, like with one boob, like let's say I'm breastfeeding with my left boob, like the right one almost feels like it's stinging, like a stinging sensation. So I'm guessing that's my boobs communicating, and this one's telling it that, okay, she's feeding now, so we need to make more milk, you know, so that when she feeds here, there's milk, and then vice versa, like this, the same thing happens. So when she eats here, this one starts stinging, like make milk. Like, it's so weird, but I love that now, like I have like proper supply of milk, you know, like everything is the way I want it to be right now. Also, bowel movement is regular now. I can pee properly and it's not painful. So I'm happy about that. I'm losing a lot of weight, actually. I wanted to go weigh myself, but I am losing weight. It is 4 weeks postpartum, but I will show you guys what my stomach looks like just an update. But yeah, like so far I can't complain. recovery on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being it was like great, and 0 being recovery was awful, I would definitely give it an 8. Like, recovery was really not as bad as I imagined it to be. So yeah, like, I'm just grateful that I'm feeling like myself again. I can't really fit into like my jeans and stuff yet. Well, the last time I checked, I couldn't. I haven't checked like as of recently because, like I said, I am losing weight. But like, so far I'm really happy with where I'm at in terms of recovery. It's only been 4 weeks. I'm gonna give myself 6 weeks though, so we'll see. But that's it for the recovery. I'm guessing this is the last recovery I'm gonna do for you guys because the doctor said I am okay, like I've healed and everything is fine. So yeah, guys, that's it. Like, I guess it took me 4 weeks to recover. Okay, so the reason why I say that my birth story was a positive one was because I did not expect it to go as smoothly as it did. In terms of the whole procedure, in terms of recovery, like, for me, the whole experience was like an 8 out of 10, and an 8 out of 10 is really good. Like, the only thing that I didn't really like was the rectum things and the crying, like the way that my baby, I don't know, like the way, like, her behavior and stuff, when she was eventually here. But other than that, like, my story was one for the books. Like, it was so positive to the point where literally 3 weeks after giving birth, I was like, I want another baby, like, I feel like God was with me, he was there, and I really, really saw God's love for me, during my pregnancy and my birth. Because my pregnancy was a smooth pregnancy, a good pregnancy, compared to other pregnancy stories that I hear about. Mine was relatively good. Like, it was actually, I would do it again. And my birth story, like, I would do it again, like, I would give birth again if it's gonna be the way that this one was, so for me, that's definitely why I say I would definitely do it again. And at the end of the day, I just want to thank God, that everything went the way that it did. And literally, if you look at me now, like, there's literally no scar, like, my body just healed so beautifully. Like, I'm so proud of the way that my body handled everything that it went through and was able to recover the way that it did, like, for me, that's just like, what an experience and a half. And I would definitely do it again. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, leave a comment, and this is, unfortunately or fortunately, the end of my pregnancy series. If you guys would like to see more mommy content, do let me know, and I will try my best to do so. If you would like to enter the giveaway, all the instructions will be in the description box below, and do follow me on Instagram. So yeah, all the best to everyone who's gonna enter the giveaway, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
Girl.